The last sort of fixture type I want to go into in this video is static matrix, which is a very, very different to what we just did. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into fixture type and we're going to go into matrix. And this allows us to make a kind of like an LED bar or an LED fixture, which is based on a matrix of pixels instead of just a moving head or a par can. So we're just going to make a matrix, change its DMX category just for sorting purposes, and then we're going to add in a mode. And the mode is what we're going to click here is fixture matrix enabled, just right here in the center. Enable this. What this allows us to do is instead of putting in each function individually, what we can do is we can, because there's multiple pixels in this LED bar, which we both want to assign RGB to and a dimmer value to or whatever, we don't want to have to do that 20 times. So say we're beginning of a bar which is 1 pixel by 20 pixels. So it's basically 20 pixels. We can do this by adding a cell attribute for these. So this is going to be red, this is going to be green, and this is going to be blue. And what this allows us to do is it'll automatically create that. So right now the cell configuration is 1 by 1. So we got 3 channels. So when we change our fixture config here, which you can see in the middle, change the Y value to 20. So we've got 20 pixels when it decides it wants to change. 20. That will automatically change to 60 channels. And it automatically creates this when we put it into here. So we want to change it to matrix. Make it address number 50 in the same universe, add fixture patch, and automatically that will create 3 addresses for each pixel. So it means that we don't have to go through and change it and add 60 channels where we can just add that and make it easy for ourselves. And it adds it automatically. Save, go to DMX control. We're just going to add a patch, add this patch. Next row, make it easier on the next row, and we're going to go select all. Just going to go add blue. Just going to go all the way up to white. In fact, what we can do is double click on the red and bring all of the reds down so we know that we're getting the right thing. But we're going to keep reds up, and I'm going to make my color magenta because I quite like magenta. And leave that there. So we know that if it comes up as white, we know it's not working. We're going to add this static matrix in. And automatically you're like, oh, well, there's nothing there. That's because we haven't added in the address yet. And it hasn't had a chance to generate what it looks like. So we're going right-hand side here again. DMX library, DMX fixture patch, matrix, and boom. It's generated. We go generate mesh, and we know it's not working straight away because it's come up as white. And we want to change this so that it looks like what we want it to look like. So at the moment, that's sort of just basically what it comes up with automatically. But we can change this using the scale option. And it won't keep its size because we're obviously changing the mesh in real time. If you're having problems and you're like, oh, why isn't this changing? We want this to go, left or right. The best way to do this is to just make sure that you have your scale turned off the lock function, and then you should be able to change it to how you want it to be. There you go. Just changing the wrong axis. That was me. My bad. Change the scale of that down a little bit. Hit generate. Preview mesh again. Okay, so it's actually not the right way around. We can easily change that. Change the scaling, so we're going to push this right towards the center. Change this scale instead. Let's see how this looks. There we go. So already we've got like a bit of an LED bar going there. Obviously super bloody big. Like that's a huge LED bar, so we've got to shrink everything of that down. Okay, so that's looking a little bit more realistic there. And we can see that that's working. That's doing well. Make sure that the DMX control is on. And Bob's your uncle. There we go. Magenta's on. We have now got full control of that fixture. So, and to prove it to you, turn down the blue. becomes red. Turn down the red, becomes blue. Easy, done. So we've got static meshes there that we can also utilize. And like all of the other fixtures as well, we can change all of the intensity of this fixture and make it a little bit more what we want. Change the light distance, color temperature, all of that sort of stuff. Just make sure if you're having problems, just go generate mesh again. And that should pop your light back into what it's supposed to be. And if it's not responding to stuff, then make sure you address your, just change the value and it should go right up. And as you can see, because I've screwed around with the settings too much, it's kind of just exploded. That is the best light in the history of LED bars right there. So let's delete that and finish the tutorial off for DMX lighting. The next tutorial will go into a little bit more detail on how to do DMX lighting with consoles.